On this week's Tuesday Talk, we are giving you guys an update, which a lot of you have requested, on how we like our solar.
Beautiful solar.
Yeah. So as many of you guys know, we pulled the Airstream up to Oregon over Thanksgiving break of last year, over the week of Thanksgiving, and got solar installed on Charlie, our Airstream. And we'll make sure to put a link to our solar show and tell right up here, so you can check out what we got done. And it's been, I don't know, how long since Thanksgiving?
3 months, 3 months, 4 months, something like that. 3 months, yeah.
With our solar, and yeah, what do we think?
Well, we're in a 50 amp KOA campground right now, and we probably have the 50 amp breaker on maybe an hour a day, maybe. And that's really in the mornings when we get up at 5 a.m. and we don't quite have the juice to run the external monitors and those kinds of things before the sun comes up.
Yes.
But we've had days where we don't turn the 50 amp breaker on at all, and so we're just relying completely 100% on solar. And we're testing right now in the dead of winter. Granted, it is Arizona and we get lots of sun out here.
Yes,
however, this is still the winter, so the sun is very low in the horizon, and we're already getting days where we can easily go all day long without flipping the breaker at all. So that really bodes well, especially as summer begins to approach, and the sun's only going to get better.
And we're not treating, we know we have the 50 amp. So if we were out boondocking and
we wouldn't do some of the same
had any
things.
kind of doubt about our solar, we wouldn't be doing all of the things we're doing in order to preserve our battery life. So
we're living large right now.
What I think we could probably say honestly is, if we could probably go easily a full day on a full set of batteries without any sun, without having to worry about a generator or plugging in. Easily.
Probably closer to 2.
I think we could do 2 days pretty easily. We may
conserve, but
yes, we'd actually think
gotta do what we gotta do
there,
sometimes.
But we'd still easily do it. I think 3 days without any sun, we might need to run our generator for a couple hours to top off our batteries, and that's a guess. But I think that's probably true.
Yeah, for the most part. And even when it's cloudy, that doesn't mean you get zero solar. You will get some solar power, it just won't be nearly as much, of course, compared to sunshine.
We're able right now, on a day like today, where it's sunny most of the day, to completely top off our battery bank.
We're at 100% right now, and I've had my monitor on and running things all day long. Batteries are fully charged,
so it's
only
not
because of the solar.
Yeah, it is not a question, I don't think, of the solar for us. It is the question of the battery capacity.
Yeah.
If we had decided to go with a lithium set or a bigger battery capacity, we could go more days without having to worry about using a generator or plugging in. But honestly, we don't really feel the need, and we don't mind being a little more frugal with our power if it's cloudy, and we know it.
Yeah, and we still have the fallback of the generator. When we're out there in the middle of nowhere, we have a week of clouds, we could flip on the generator every now and then. It's no big deal. I mean, that it happens, that's why we have it. But so far, we absolutely love.
Yes.
So I mean, it's really neat to have in the back of your mind that we are completely self-sufficient, at least from a power standpoint.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool knowledge to have, and it's already come in handy. We pay by the month here, which means our power is extra. We pay for that depending on how much we use, and we've had power bills less than $10 the last few months, simply because we get the large majority, probably 95% of our power in the dead of winter,
from the sun.
Only on our 500 watts of solar.
Yep. And just so you guys know, you already may know this if you've watched before, we did not obviously hook up our air conditioning to our inverter or our solar. We also did not hook up our microwave. So when we are unplugged, we do not use the microwave. We do not have air conditioning. We have a 1,000
watt pure sine inverter.
So we can run things off of
We could run
120
everything
volt.
else.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Except
for the hairdryer on
high.
high. On high. Yeah.
We learned that one. But even some of the renovations you've been seeing us doing, where Steve's been using the jigsaw.
The jigsaw just plugs right in,
We plug
fires
that in,
up.
we turn our inverter on. Solar-powered jigsaw.
Well, that's through the
battery.
the inverter.
Yes,
But it still handles it just fine.
Yep.
So we are really impressed.
Yeah.
Really impressed.
With our whole solar setup.
Yeah, because we didn't get top of the line stuff here. We're not rich, but what we got is going to be, I think, really like dead on perfect for us.
I think so too. So that's our update on our solar. If you have any specific questions about how we're using the solar or what we have, feel free to ask them in the comments below. And if you have any other questions about our lives in general, the Airstream, anything.
We're open books here, man.
We always
just
do a
ask
Tuesday talk, so
and we tell.
We're looking for questions, so feel free to ask. As always, if you like these videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time.
I guess that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Beautiful sun.
Yeah, I know. Enjoying the sun.
Bye.
Bye.